All right, everyone, this is the last day for our little card making marathon. I have brand new product from Concord and Ninth because I am doing a little guest designing for them over on Instagram for March. It's been so fun. But let's go ahead and do our final card, and then I'll show you all of the cards that we made this week. So thanks for crafting along with me. This has been super fun, and I love being intentional about crafting continuously because I feel like it's just sometimes what I really need. So in this video, we are going to again look at some product that Concord and Ninth just released. This is their folk art flower turnabout stamp set. So we're going to do a turnabout, which means you're going to need the turnabout jig. So what we're going to do first and foremost is I like to trim out, let's see, let's do 6 by 6. I'm going to trim out a piece of 80-pound cardstock to 6 inches by 6 inches. Actually it can be smaller because I'm going to do the smaller. I'm just gonna do 6 by 6. Okay, so I have my little paper trimmer here. And again, I'm using 80-pound cardstock. I will do, oh see, I think I even had 6 by 6. Is this 6 by 6? Well, it's at least one side is 6 and then the other side is perfect. So a good use of this scrap piece. Okay, so I'm gonna give us some more room to work here because I need to use my larger MISTI, and then I'm going to open up the jig. Now this always takes me a second. Oh, I think they have directions. Perfect. I was gonna say it always takes me a second to kind of get my bearings straight to what I have to do. Setting the jig to the side, let's get our stamp set out. And again, this is a turnabout stamp. So what this means is that we are going to see, and you'll see me play it all out, but we're going to turn the stamp, or the paper really, each time to create a different look. So what's neat about this is you can create a variety of backgrounds. You can end up with 4 turns, which ends up being very, very colorful and fun if you chose to do a variety of colors. And what's interesting about this one is that you can do an inner or an outer area here, which is really cool. So it's pretty neat. I love a turnabout stamp. I haven't done this for probably a year or so, but I always get really excited about them because they're so well done. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is this is our alignment aid, and then this is our stamp. So I need to peel the stamp off, and I need to decide what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to do the middle part. And again, let me show you that visual. So you see how there's 2 stamps there? We have an outer part and an inner part. And I want to do this. I think I want to do just like a little circular piece. I think that is so fun. Okay, so I'm going to get the middle part. And then it says this side up, right? And then obviously we can see and read the text in the correct way. And then all I need to do is just line up. Let's see, is that correct? I need to line up this stamp to match the guide. So that looks good. Okay, and it's cornered in the MISTI, so I'm all good there. Then I'm going to close the door to pick up my stamp, just like that. And once the stamp is on the door, I can take off the alignment aid there. Okay, so I'm done with that piece. Now comes the jig, and there's a protective layer, much like any type of cutting mat. So there is a layer that you're gonna take off to reveal this nice stick, okay? So I'm gonna put that right back in the corner. And I'm also going to place my paper on there. So of course I didn't need this huge of a piece of paper, but I just kind of like to match my grid. Okay, just like that. And then we're ready to go. So I am going to probably grab tape. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm gonna end up turning this a bunch, so I don't want to have to get too fussy here. All right, so our first color, at first I'm going to go ahead and prime this stamp real quick, make sure it's all good to go. And I have 4 colors that I want to use. So I'm gonna do watermelon, nectar, powder, and grasshopper. And let's go ahead and just start with the watermelon. So I'm going to ink up my stamp over here. Then I'm going to simply come over and press it down. Oh, so pretty. And you know what? I think I'm gonna try to do single color because I don't want it to be too bold. And that coverage was actually really good, so it doesn't need a double stamp, but I try to just do the one stamp when I'm working with colored inks because I feel like, and this is just me speaking, but I feel like they kind of maintain their true color with just that single stamp. All right, so that is that. Let me just dry this off with a little paper towel. Now, before we move on to our next color, this is how the turnabout works. So we are going to take our paper and we are going to turn it just like that. Okay, let's move on to the nectar. And I might have to double stamp this just because it's so light, but we'll see. I haven't stamped out nectar in quite a while. And I turned the jig, so now we're going to do a different little placement here. Okay, there we go. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the single color. I think that looks good. I'm gonna try to push down maybe that one a little bit more. I like it. And then again, before the next color, we're going to take it, turn it to the right. Is that how I did that? Nope. Okay, hold on. I did it the wrong way. Turn it to the right, and then turn to the right. Okay, so then we have a new placement. Hopefully I got that aligned just so. It's looking a tad bit close. Okay, and then we're coming in with the powder. And there we go. Oh, you know what? I feel like, let me look. Looks like it is a little bit close. I don't feel like they're supposed to overlap in the middle there. No, they're not. What did I do wrong? Okay, I did something wrong because it's not supposed to, let me just start over. Well, actually, I'll show you how to do it on an A2 size card. So I may have messed up the first one, but in the end, it'll be a learning experience. Let me take the jig out. Did I just do it the wrong? I don't know what I did. We're gonna get this right. Okay, alignment guide, stamp, line this up. Okay, I think I missed a step. So let me put this protective film back on my jig real quick. Okay, so I have that protective sheet back on there. So I need to take this, place it here. The one on the jig should be at the top right corner. Done. Then align the X of the alignment aid on top of the X of the jig. That is where I messed up, and that makes a huge difference. Okay, so now this X and this X need to be lined up. Okay, that's where I got it wrong. And I feel like that's where I consistently, and I feel like that is my hang up each time. So I just need to slow down, but relatable moment. Okay, I think that's lined up just so. That should do the trick. Now we have everything cleaned over here. We can take off our alignment guide and we can take off the protective film, grab an A2 panel, place it within the guides. There we go. And 3 millionth time is the charm. Let's do this. And truth be told, it worked. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then we're gonna turn it once more and add grasshopper. There we go. Oh, I feel so silly, but I do like to leave all of these whoopsies in the video because I know that I'm not the only one who does stuff like that, and I don't want to come across as somebody who gets it right every single time because I don't think that does anybody any favors. I don't want anyone to ever think, why can't I ever get that right, or anything like that. So I like to keep in my mistakes and any types of you know, when I accidentally overlook something or I'm confused about something, because there are high chances that you have felt or may feel the same thing at some point in your crafty journey. Okay, that grasshopper, holy goodness, that's going to make the card right there. Yes, oh my gosh, I love that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so there is our pretty turnabout. I love that. That is stunning. I have to say, oh, you know what? I wonder if I could, do I risk it though? Let me put it back in its corner. It should be fine since I didn't move anything. I'm going to push down right here a little bit more. Oh, I might have not gotten enough ink there. Let's, I just want to make that little part just a hair better. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit. Okay, and I'm just adding it to that one little flower. And then I'm gonna lightly, lightly, lightly tap that. Okay, there we go. So, worth the effort. So pretty. Now, to take these off, do not peel the paper. You're going to peel the mat. So just peel the mat away, put a firm palm on that little panel. Always bend this, don't bend your paper. All right, there we go. Okay, now if you remember a stamp set from earlier in the week where we did a fun card with this, that was so cute. This coordinating die actually will cut this out and it takes that nice scalloped shape. Let me make sure I get that just right though. So I don't know if there's a right answer there or if you just kind of, that looks pretty good to me. It's taking the, or is it, actually I bet it's, I don't know. Is there a right or wrong way to do that? I kind of think it looks good just like that. So I might just do that. Okay, so then grab some tape, just like that, and that, and let's trim this out. Okay, let's get this all trimmed out, and then we can worry about the sentiment. Gently pop that out. Oh, I had a panic attack for a second, but it's just the, I thought, what happened? But it's just the washi tape. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's our final little scallop. Isn't that sweet? I love that. It's perfectly named folk art. That's exactly what it reminds me of. So nice. Okay, bringing back in my Misty, I am going to do, I think I want to do some heat embossing, maybe with some gold. I think that would be super pretty. Let me get my little magnet here. I wanted maybe just, oh, maybe, well, maybe the whole thank you, or love you so much. Thank you so much. I like the love you so much. So I'm going to get all of those individual stamps. Let's see, is that gonna fit if I do that? Love you so much. Yeah, it should. Let's do that. Love. And I want to try if I can, actually, what if I did it this way? To get those really aligned so that when it's time to cut them out, I am, no, don't, I'm gonna overcomplicate this. Okay, let's do this. And, because I don't have coordinating, I don't think there's a coordinating die for all of these little triangles, so I don't want to make it super hard to cut out. Love you so. Even love you so is so cute. And much. Okay. All right, now let's do, close that, clean these up. And I'm gonna condition these a little bit, and let's get the Versamark. Then I will grab this anti-static powder and just prep my paper. Okay. And I'll add Versamark to my stamps. This is nice and in the corner. All right. Let me check, see how that did. It's hard for you to see, but I should be given, I think that looks good. I might double stamp it more for myself than if it's necessary, just because I get nervous. And I'm right here, might as well make sure that is still aligned so it positions perfectly. And let me double check that again. Okay, I think we're good to go. I'm going to do gold, so I'll bring in my little catch here. Oh, and I managed to get a tiny little hair on there. Hopefully that didn't affect my Versamark. Okay. All right, I have gold embossing powder. I'll link this one below. It's so pretty. And let's sprinkle that right on there. Oh, good. That didn't, oh, that's gonna be pretty. That didn't scratch the Versamark when I used my tweezers there. Okay. That looks really good. And I might even be able just to hand cut these out. I'm sure I could handle that. Okay, let's go ahead and melt the powder, but before I do so, I'm going to make sure that my heat tool is very hot. That turned out beautiful. Look at the shine on it, and the coverage is so good. Sometimes it's hard when you have such a solid stamp, such as the background being that solid, but that looks gorgeous. I truly think I can cut these out on my own. So I just need to decide, do I want a margin around them or not? Let's try a tiny, tiny margin, because I think that's kind of cute. These remind me of like a label, the old school labels. I love things like that. Okay, let me see if I can, I'm just going to get these trimmed apart first and foremost. That way I can just focus individually. Oh yeah, I can trim these out much better by hand than I could with a trimmer. And okay, so there's that. That's pretty. And there we go. Okay, I think that those look fantastic. All right, let's do it. Let's do a colored card base. I have a sheet of Nectar, and this is sized at 11 by 4 1/4. I do want this to be a top folding A2 card, so I will then place my score mark right at 5 1/2. Okay, I'll just press this little fold just like that. Alrighty. Let's open up our little card here. And definitely want to do, ooh, that's gonna be pretty. I definitely want to do a bit of dimension here. So let me do some foam tape. Let's just size that. Oh, good. Okay, and then I'll just do some smaller ones here and there to get that nice dimension. Oh, I guess I probably could have done a full one. No, that's all right. Sometimes I get so silly with how I trim my foam tape. I don't know why I need to overcomplicate it for myself. All right, let's get this cutie placed down. Okay, that piece is down. And then let's decide on these. I definitely want to do more foam tape just to get, oh, that's gonna be cute. Just to give it some more, and I think I can just do the foam squares. So I'm gonna opt for the smaller ones. And what I'll do is I'll put them on the back, but I won't release the little backers until I'm ready. That way I can play around with the placement to see if I wanna do something playful or if I just want to go in a straight line. I'm probably gonna be playful with this. In fact, as I kind of toss them down, it's kind of adorable how they land. That helps me so much sometimes when I'm trying to be random with my placement. Sometimes it helps if you just kind of toss it down, see what comes. Okay, I am kind of liking something like that. In fact, I hope I don't mess it up because that's exactly what I want. Okay, so this is tilted a little bit to the left. Let's place that down. Kind of go like, yes, that. Love. This had a little tilt to the right, just ever so subtly. That. Okay. So was tilted to the left, just a hair. And then much was almost kind of straight on, but I'll probably angle it just a hair. So it's kind of like, actually I kind of like that. Let's do that. Let's have it be more straight on. Oh, I really like that. That turned out really cute. All right, let's add some fun little dewdrops because I can't not. And in fact, let me grab my glue. Okay, let's decide to do, let's do a little, let's do a duo here, 1 and 2, and then a trio here. These containers, I'll say it a million times just to make sure that if anyone who has missed a video gets the opportunity to hear it, they are an absolute game changer for these embellishments. And I wouldn't say for every embellishment because embellishments usually come in smaller little containers, but if you have something that comes in a larger quantity and that you pull time and time again, these containers are absolutely worth it. How cute is that? I love it. I'm gonna keep everything else simple. I could have actually brought down, should I bring down a couple little dewdrops? I think I should. Just to have a little interaction with that card base. Let's see if we can find the sizes we'd like. I just want to make sure that, oh yeah, I think that's a great idea. I want to make sure that the card base is included. Very cute. Love it. No, I'm not happy. I want 3 and 1, 2. Okay, that's going to definitely finish it off for me. 2, do you ever just feel like when you make a decision, you have instant harmony? That, for me, adding this little dewdrops to the top and bottom on the actual card base, that absolutely created that final harmony for me. Let me turn this all the way over, as always, to add my little signature stamp to the back. And there we go. I absolutely adore how that turned out. It's simple, but it has some fun things going on. Let's also take a look at all of the cards that we have made in the past 6 days. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with this whole collection. This is definitely giving me all of the spring feelings. I am hoping that by spending 6 days in a row crafting with all of these spring colors, that I'm giving Mother Nature that little nudge that she needs to just have some flowers pop out of the ground or something. Let's just get warmer outside. Okay, so day 1 was this beautiful card. I'm just gonna go day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then of course today was 6. So if you missed any of these or you're curious about how they were put together, then just go back on my channel. We've been doing this 6 days in a row. They'll be very, very easy for you to find. I think I definitely have a couple of favorites. I am in love with this interactive card. You can either do the little dial here. I find it easiest to kind of pull this little lever here, but as you go around, you saw yesterday that we put all of those little sentiments on the inside. Let's move my hand so you can see, to create that little interactive element, and I think that's so fun. I love it. I'm also really loving the tulips. I can't have a favorite. I really can't. It's impossible. This whole collection was so good. So if you want to take a look at any of these products, be sure that you check the description box below the video, but I will also link each card's projects and all of the materials I use to put each of them individually together in their own corresponding videos. So I hope you had a wonderful time. In today's comments, let me know if you ended up snagging any of these products to recreate any of these looks, or let me know which of these cards was your favorite. I've had so much fun and I can't wait to continue crafting with you. If you're brand new, be sure to subscribe so we can keep crafting together, and I'll see you in the next video.